Yo, what's going on, everybody? So season 2 is coming out April 11th, so it's gonna be literally a week from now. Depending on the time you're watching this video, it's gonna be next Friday, or if you've seen this video later, it's gonna be closer to April 11th. But with that being said, we're gonna get straight into the new patch notes right here. We're gonna be going over every single change that's happening in the game. Some buffs, some nerfs, some team ups are gone, some new team ups are here. We're gonna start at Vanguard to work our way down. As we see right here, Captain America is getting reduced health from 675 to 650. We are also reducing the value of the living legend form from 400 to 350. So right there, Cap got on there. Right there, I don't know all the Cap players are gonna feel about this. I don't play Cap, but that's the first thing. Boom, going down to Strange. Doctor Strange decreased daggers of Denak damage per projectile from 18 to 16 and reduced the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic from 1.3 to 1.2. So he did get a little nerf, It wasn't too big, but we won't know how much these nerfs actually impact the character until we get our hands on season 2. Hulk though, Hulk seems to got a buff. I don't know what your all opinions are, but we're gonna read these buffs, then I'll leave a comment down below what y'all opinions are gonna be about Hulk going into season 2. Hulk got increased base movement speed from 600 to 650. That's a buff. Reduced cooldown for indestructible guard from 12 to 10 seconds. Another buff. And decreased the minimum charge time from incredible leap from 0.7 to 0.5 seconds, bro. I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me. Okay, so leave a comment down below if you think Hulk's gonna be banned. And one little quick thing I want to add, if you guys haven't heard already or don't know, in gold rank starting season 2, you will start being able to ban. So if you think bans are gonna be bad enough with Hulk, you're gonna have to wait and see what's coming next on these little patch notes. All right, so Magneto increase the energy cost for the meteor, the ultimate, from 3,100 to 3,400. That's alright, you know, that's not really a nerf. That's okay, I think it's manageable. Penny Parker cyberweb cluster now has a chance to crit. I think that's huge. Now has a chance to crit. Reduce movement speed penalty while firing cyberweb. That's cool. Cluster from 40% to 20%, not bad. And Penny got a buff to the health from 650 to 750. I think that's great. What we got here is the thing. Okay, decrease in battle leap damage reduction effect for himself and teammates from 30% to 25%. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't play the thing enough to know whether or not that's going to be a huge impact, but as I said, season 2 we're gonna find out. The Thor, boy, the mighty Thor. All right, he's getting a buff. A lot of people seem happy about this. Increased base health from 525 to 600. That already is a big jump. Not gonna lie, it's already a big jump. Increased base movement speed from 600 to 650. That's great. Not gonna lie, Thor might be one of those things you might have to ban next season. We're gonna see though. We don't know until we get our hands on season 2. Black Widow had a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing a second kick of Edge Dancer and after using Electroplasma Explosion ultimate ability. I know for at least console. I don't know about PC. I know a majority of people, when they pick Black Widow, even if there's a lower Black Widow, they still think it's a throw. I don't know if that's going to change that. Hawkeye though, reduce the slow effect while charging the bow from 30 to 20%. Increase both instances of damage for hypersonic arrow from 50 to 55. Increase energy cost for Hunter's sight ultimate ability from 3,700 to 3,100, and improve the bow draw speed from 1.3 to 1.5x, bro. Damn. Hey, Hawkeye mains, What y'all think about those? Leave a comment down below. Hella, there we go. Increase cooldown time for Astral Flock from 12 to 15 seconds. Increase the spell field damage of Piercing Knight from 30 to 35. Decrease the cooldown time for Soul Drainer from 12 to 10 seconds. It's all right. It's okay. So what we have here is the mobility slightly enhancing her offensive power, right? So they reduced the mobility, but they made her more offensive. That's what they have right here, that we can see. Okay, on to the next. Johnny. So reduce the attack intervals of Fire Cluster from 0.6 to 0.5 seconds. The launch timing of the primary projectiles has been advanced. Increase the cooldown for the Flaming Meteor from 12 to 15 seconds, but added a new effect after releasing Flaming Meteor. Immediately gains 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds later at the rate of 30 per second. So, personally, I haven't dabbled with Johnny enough, but survivability are being improved to enhance the impact across various combat scenarios. I think that this could be a good change, personally. Iron Man seeing improvements to his mid-range combat effectiveness. Slightly reduce Iron Man's hitbox size. That's going to be crazy. New feature, gain 100 bonus health activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive. That will start to fall off 5 seconds later at the rate of 30 seconds. So that is actually kind of crazy that they gave this man another buff. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, bro. Okay. Personally, once again, I have heard nothing good about Iron Fist since they nerfed him. But we're gonna see what they changed right here. So we'll see an increase to his combat effectiveness against vanguards, a slight improvement to his mobility, and a slight reduction to his survivability when first entering the battlefield. Okay. Reduce the max bonus health gained from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall off rate of the health from 25 to 15 per second. Lower fixed damage off of from 10 to 9, but increase the percentage damage of the enemy's max health per strike from 1.7 to 2.1%. Decrease the cooldown from the kick from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. As I said, I don't play enough Iron Fist to know if that's going to be better than what it's at right now. I just know a lot of people, in my experience, were not too happy about the recent changes to him for the season 2 changes. Mr. Fantastic, we're enhancing Reed's capabilities when making some balance adjustments to his ultimate energy charge rate and additional control ability by optimizing the release experience of his ultimate ability. So they're giving a health increase from 350 to 375. The punching is going from 60 to 65 and 75 to 80 when you're inflated. There is now, you now suffer a 35% slow effect, and you reduce flexibility from 10 to 8 seconds. And then when you're in your passive ability, you're from 20 to 30. And now the punch is now from 5 to 8 after the inflated state. The bonus health provided has now been reduced from 450 to 400. And now your new feature you get with Mr. Fantastic, your ultimate ability gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering the inflated state. So I guess they try to make him as balanced with all the buffs to the health and then the nerfs when you're inflated. That's how I'm taking it. How are y'all taking it? Let me know in the comments. We got Moon Knight. I've been hearing a lot of people were disappointed with the Moon Knight nerfs, and hopefully this could do something for those players. We're optimizing Mark's Moonblade projectile bounce feedback while improving maneuverability, ultimate ability, and survivability. So that sounds good. Increase Crescent Dart projectile speed from 120 to 150. Damn. Moon Knight Blade new effect, gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to a max of 100.3 seconds. After the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at a rate of 20 per second. That's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Sped up Moonlight Hook. full startup time after a hit from 0.4 to 0.15. Extend the duration of the Hand of Khonshu ultimate ability from 3.5 to 4.5 seconds, and increase the number of talents generated during this period from 14 to 18. Additionally, the speed of the talents has been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall off mechanic for the spell field have been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center, reaching a maximum of 70% at 5 meters. Damn. Scarlet Witch, we're reducing Wanda's survivability but increasing her threat level against strategists and duelists while optimizing her ultimate ability for least experience. Okay, remove chaos control percentage damage while increasing the fixed damage from 60 to 80 seconds. Okay, so the burst damage is going from 35 to 40, spell field damage from 35 to 40, increase the cooldown of mystic projectile from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, reduce the phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds, rework the slow effect of the reality to ensure at the 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase at 35% slow over 3.5 seconds. I don't really have to see what those feel like in game, but we gonna figure that out. Star-Lord, we're reducing Peter's damage output and the effective of his alt charge rate. Reduce blaster barrage damage from 80 per second to 75. Introduce a new damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters. Damn. And maxing out at 80% reduction at 8 meters. Damn. I don't know if this is going to be a huge impact. I've seen a lot of Star-Lord players recently, and I don't know if I'm going to see less next season, but we'll see. Winter Soldier, we're lowering Bucky's threat level against Vanguard and reducing the margin for error in his ultimate ability. Increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. Kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see how it is. We're gonna adjust. Reduce base damage of Kraken Impact ultimate ability from 100 to 80, but lower the culling threshold from 20% of the maximum health to 15. All right, Wolverine, we're tuning Logan's rage acquisition rate and slightly lowering his control intensity over enemies. That's kind of crazy. Increase rage gain from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10. All right, while rage gain from Berserker Claw strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. Reduce rage gain from Feral Leap from 20 to 10, and Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gain from taking damage has been reduced from 3 to 5. Reduce time an enemy is knocked down after impact from Last Stand ultimate ability from 1 second to 0.75 seconds. Yo, if y'all a Wolverine main, how y'all feel about these right here? Y'all think this is a W or an L? Let me know in the comments below, bro. All right, we're on the strategist. A lot of things got changed here. Some people are gonna be happy about, depending on who you played. Some people aren't gonna be too happy. But Adam Warlock, we're slightly reducing the frequency of Adam's abilities and adjusting the healing provided by his ultimate ability after reviving teammates. Increase the cooldown from Soul Bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. And the ultimate ability now restores 30% of fallen allies' maximum health instead of a fixed 100 health. I think this right here, this is the only thing that people really care about, but we'll see how that is. Cloak and Dagger, we're optimizing the logic of the dynamic duel's ultimate ability. After entering Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone ends, at which point they will all remove together. All right, we could do that. Invisible Woman will be fine-tuning Susan's protective capabilities to create more strategic gameplay experience. Decrease the shield value of Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. Oh boy. Okay, honestly, I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad. I think we can live with this. Loki, though, to balance Loki's influence in the matches, we're making a small adjustment to the frequency of one of his key abilities. Increase regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30 seconds. I think that's all right. To emphasize strategy over speed, we're modifying Mantis health and buff mechanic. Reduce base health from 275 to 250. Effects of healing flower and allied inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. All right. Well, I guess we want to see more Mantis come in season 2. I'm not against it. And we got Rocket Raccoon. Rocket's healing abilities will see some adjustments to enhance team survivability when balancing his mobility. Decrease the healing effect of repair mode spheres from 70 to 50 health. Add a new effect of one-time healing to 55 health. Allies hit, projectile speed reduction increase from 4.5. 7. Extend cooldown of jetpack dash from 6 to 10 seconds. Reduce dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. The ultimate, okay, the ultimate, bro. Damage boost from 40% to 25%, but now add a new effect. During the ability's duration, linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, this bonus starts off to fall off after 1 second at the rate of 75 per second. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000. Hey, I know for a fact that a lot of people on console, I don't know how y'all feel about Rocket on PC, but I know a lot of people on console hated Rocket because of the lack of healing. They might have cooked with this, but we'll see how that happens in season 2. So we got some new team up abilities, as I said, and we have some changes. Some things are gone. So that being said, new team up abilities right here. Arcane Order, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, the mythical duo set to enhance their powers. All right. As a team up anchor, Doctor Strange gains a maximum health of 100. Scarlet Witch unlocks a new magical mystic burst ability through her team up with Doctor Strange. And we have Stars Align, Captain America, Winter Soldier, a classic partnership, now added strength. As a team up anchor, Captain America gains another 100 health and a 5% boost in damage output. Winter Soldier unlocks devastating stellar impact ability through his team up with Cap. All right. We have mental projection. This is also going to be because of Emma Frost coming to the game. This is the new team up with Psylocke, Magneto, and Emma Frost. Powerful trio connects minds and abilities. As a team up anchor, Emma Frost gains a maximum health of 100. Magneto receives the magnetic resonance ability through his team up with Emma Frost. And Psylocke receives soul resurgence ability through her team up with Emma Frost. So, as I said, adjusted or removed. Ammo Overload, Rocket Raccoon, a slight change. Winter Soldier lost the infinite grit ability he once had with Rocket. Obviously, that makes sense. So, the only person who's going to have a team up with Rocket is going to be Punisher. I personally been saying I think the only person who really needed it was Punisher. I don't think Winter Soldier really needed that, but that's just my opinion. And we now have Luna Snow Namor. Things are heating up. Synergies change. Namor has lost the frozen spawn ability from his team up and dimensional shortcut right here. Temporal reconfiguration for those powerful souls. Psylocke lost the ability to team up with magic. All right. Right here though, huh? Gamma charge. Namor is now added to this. Doctor Strange loses the ability with Hulk. Now Namor gets it. And Magneto and Scarlet is done. Thor, Cap, Storm, trio's over, bro. So we're gonna see a lot of new things happening in season 2. This is all the changes right now, and of course we do have Emma Frost coming, and we saw that Ultron is also going to be coming later on top of that, Battle Pass skin. So that's everything right here for the season 2 patch notes. So I will see y'all in the next video. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.